Hi guys, Seraph here, and today we have a Love Thy Mount event, which means we get to train our mount and get rewards for it. Now, have trained it a bit of ahead of time, just to get a few more rewards and show it to you guys. As you can see, I've trained it 1,180 times, so I can collect 232 more rewards. Unfortunately, I do not have an auto clicker, so I'm gonna have to do this manually, and it might take time. So I'm gonna talk about these. Apparently, we did have some compensation. Compensation A was beforehand due to the maintenance. This one's due to game lag. This one's for battleground bugs, which we did receive a lot, and for server downtime. This wasn't noticeable to well, it wasn't too noticeable, but a few people were getting kicked out of the server and having network connection problems, so that might have been the reason for it. So right now, at the moment, I'm just gonna collect these and then continue training my mount. So due to the new patch, I'm not sure if they did it, if they lowered challenge level, which probably they haven't yet. So I'm just gonna wait for well, I'm just basically gonna wait until they do lower it, because I do not want to level up. I do not want to be at level 70 at the moment. I am not gonna be able to compete in stuff like battlegrounds or even arena as level 70, as I would be too low to even or to even do any kind of damage to my opponents. So I'm just gonna lay low and try and increase my battle rating. In other words, right here, my total stamina is not gonna go below 200, as I'm gonna keep it like that, make sure it stays that way. Now this event, this is what I told you guys, try and hoard whatever you can. The more mount training whips you have, the better it is. The more rewards you get, the more you can hoard, and the higher battle rating will be. So as you can see in a moment, I had stables level 3. I just got it today. A few moments ago, I got the level 3 mount, so I'm gonna start using that. Uh, I do want to get it, put everything into my armor, but as well put some points into my attack as well. But I'll put armor first, more because if I can't protect my endurance, in most cases, you know, Skytrail or other places, then it won't be as useful, and I won't be able to pass through them. As I do know, I could do a lot of damage in Skytrail. I could do a lot of damage in the Tormented Necropolis, but usually powered up attacks, they usually take me down, or even regular attacks, which they do a lot of damage. Anyways, I am going to show you the amount of rewards I have, total amount. Let's just sort this out. As you can see, I do have about 1,315 soul crystals. I do have another 1,000 saved up in my vault, and this went back up to 996. Now these, I'm gonna open them, and everybody in my whole server is gonna get annoyed, as these opening them is a pain in the ass. It will block the chat. It will do a lot of stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyways, as you can see, I used to have the level 2, now I'm level 3. And by the way, this is the refinement, the mount refinement, those stars. Now every stable mount is gonna be 5 stars, I believe. These other mounts, I believe you can get them 1 or 2 stars depending on what they are. You know, a plus 30 will be, you can see a plus 30 will be 3 stars. A plus 10 will be 1 star. Now, all of these are plus 10s. I do have a plus 40, so that's going to be a 4. VIP mount will not be refinable, as I did say before. I also believe the demonic civet and evil unicorn will not be refinable either. as well as the Sand Rider, as this you can only get it if you are the the number one guild master, and it will not be refinable. What else won't be? That's about it. We do have the King Steed on sale right now. They do put up about 2 to 3 months after the release of the mount. We did have Cloud Caller before, but wasn't able to get that, so I try and make it that up by getting the King Steed, which is up plus 40 mount. Same thing as Cloud Callers, and that's gonna increase even my battle rating and stats, make him go higher, which that's what I'm pretty much want at the moment, as I do not want to be left back at all. So I'm gonna continue doing this training. As you can see, I have it at level 45 out of 135 levels, which means I am close. As you can see, my armor goes above my attack, so most people are gonna start saying, you know, that's a bad thing, but personally I believe it's a good thing, especially with the new update. We will have penetration, so I'd rather have more armor and be able to take on more attacks, because my personal guess is penetration will affect armor, and it will also affect block. And then the amounts that you will get from penetration will probably affect block by subtracting the penetration amount total, the total penetration that you have from your opponent's total block, or it would be the total penetration subtracted from the total amount of your opponent's armor, which in turn will make more damage. Now, when you think in most games, when you think about penetration, it's usually more about, you know, spears, arrows, and these are items usually that affect armor. They go through armor or they will destroy armor. Now, this is thinking about other games that do have these models where you have to, you know, get armor, fix it up, and if it gets damaged, you know, you gotta restore it. There are games like that out there. Most of them I did play one, but I do not remember its name, as I played it around 7 years ago, and that's, you know, a pretty long time for me to remember. But like did say, penetration usually affects armor or any form of block. So you may wanna, you know, increase your armor and increase your block just in case, because the way I see it, that's the only way it could affect it. It won't affect anything else. Except probably increase your attack or decrease your opponent's arm. That's the only effect it may have. You will get an increased attack along with that astral. It's going to be attack and penetration. So, and once you guys get it, you know, you can stack it up with your other attack, because they do stack. So, you know, you can keep your what's it called, your pristine force or any kind of force. If you have a red force, you know, keep it on, and you can stack it. Of course, these new slots are mostly for advanced astrals. You can't put any whatever astral you want once you unlock it, but these are mostly for advanced astrals, as you know, Sacred Gemini and Sacred Pisces. And like I did say, it does have penetration, so it may either affect armor or block or affect both of them. And they are stackable, so for you guys who were wondering that, you can stack it, get more attack, and you know, it does increase total amount of battle rating. It will increase it by a huge amount, so you guys, I think it's privileged to get this. It will help you out. I'm thinking it's also going to help you out Inspire, which everybody knows not many people go naked in Tower of Kings. I meant to say Tower of Kings, I'm sorry, but yeah, not many people actually go naked on Tower of Kings. And look at someone's flying over there. So it might be better to have penetration, as it will give you more power. She's flying right there. What? I'm sorry, I just saw someone flying. Larry is actually flying. Nope, that's not. Yep, there we go. Let's see. I was like, because she was flying around, so I want to see what her mount is. No, she changed it. I'm pretty sure she was flying around, so. Either way, I'm gonna go back to my mount and continue training it. So I'm guessing this might put me about halfway to level 4 stables. Hopefully puts me near probably what 20k armor. Hopefully, 20k physical defense. Around should say 15k magical defense. So I'm just gonna finish up training it with these and collect the rewards. So I collect 199 more rewards. So I don't have a clicker, but I could just click equally as fast. So I might as well just do that. Not as fast, but anyways. Also, one thing that I do want to point out, most players in the older servers are quitting mostly because of the update, and I do understand them as block deep freeze has become unusable in most PvE and PvP. However, I'm not sure about deep freeze. I'm pretty sure they're gonna put that back, as all they did not lower its its abilities. They did not lower it. What they did do is they did increase monsters resistance towards it, so that can easily be removed, so we may not see that in the future. In other words, what I'm trying to say is we will see deep freeze working again in the future. The one thing we will probably not see would be the knight's block going back, but in one of the video they point out one thing. You do not necessarily need knight's block. You could just get other talents and other astrals that will restore your health, and we might also get advanced astrals which will also affect knight's block, as at the moment we do not know what these advanced talents do, but my guess is they will affect knight's block and they will become, well, knight's block will become useful again, but it would be better to be able to tank all those hits. So let's see. Let me see, 199. So I will put I will put 100 into more. That's 5 clicks, and the rest I'm probably gonna put it into either endurance or strength. So, but I'm probably gonna do strength. Well, it's 6 clicks right there. Oh well. As I do want be able to do enough, have enough attacks. But I could probably get this to 540 more. Yeah, it's not. It's gonna be easier just to get it to 540. So 40 more times. I do plan on getting the Kingly Steed. That's 100 more training whips. So getting that will probably help me out a lot more. I think I got like more over 2,000 right now. Right, 440. That's close. Off by 30. So one thing about whips that I do want to point out is they go by tens. So you have one whip, it's gonna increase. For example, if I were to put in here, it's gonna go from 720 to 730. So it's really easy just to do the math to see how far you're gonna get. This also improves by tens. So if you want to get that, you would need about 10,000, 100 whips. just to get to level 40. But it's not, it's not that bad. It's easier to do. So let's see my overall stats. Now my stats right now, they're without the tech team. So I will actually add that right now. See how far I got. But I should usually break 80, 80k BR. So hopefully I do. If I don't, and I'm just gonna add a bit more onto it later. Oh, that was a really bad spin. So blessing wheel usually just is basically just increase your stats. So sometimes you will see an active player, they will have higher stats than what they're supposed to, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, as you could do more stuff with those higher stats. Also, one thing that I do want to talk about is the new additions that have been added. I know that we already went over this a few more times, and I did give some wrong information, especially on the daily spins. Those are affected by devotion. If you're not VIP, you will get one devotion for 10, 40, 60, believe 80, and 100. So you will get an extra spin if you're not VIP. If you're VIP, you will get 2 spins. Uh, what else? Um, Apparently, I'm not too sure about this, but apparently titles they stack. So I'm not really too sure. Well, yeah, they're all stackable apparently. So I did hear this from in one of the forums that was on yesterday, and so if you guys try and get those titles like Crusader, Private, Champion, they all actually affect your overall HP. There are a few titles that will affect your attacks, your defenses, and so on. The highest one for attacks would be Mythic Dragon or any kind of Dragon Knights, as these will give you a really high attacks or defensive boosts, whichever one you prefer. And you know, any other um, any other title you could get will give you something in return. Question gives defensive boosts, any kind of soul platter, which I believe is the easiest, will give you health, and every single one of the easiest to get titles are mostly health, and so on. Right now, Master Landscaper is probably the most popular one, as everybody is getting that. It's the easiest to get right now with farms. Everybody needs everybody needs to exterminate 100 pests, 100 weeds. So everybody does need that. Also, weddings, they've been going on left and right, and we've been getting a lot of these. Most of these are pretty hilarious. Kind of marriage stuff, trying to decide who does the total amount of dishes, laundry, and so on. One more thing that I want to talk about is the underground. Uh, this has not actually been shown in any of the patches that I've seen. I guess it's gonna come out next patch or next update. This may be an event type of thing. Now, it will have rankings. Apparently, everything has rankings. But all these will give massive HP. These are the top 3, so HP will be high enough. And although we will not see this anytime soon, but we will probably see it in about 2 to 3 months as well. But we'll have to wait and see. Of course, these red ones, they offer the highest, and I'm pretty sure I've already killed a lot of level 40 bosses. So I'm just gonna point out for to you guys, it's better to, get all these, increase your stats. It's gonna be a bit difficult at one time, but nothing is pretty much free. So anyways guys, this is just the only update that I'm gonna do right now. I did want to show you guys these events. I can collect more. I did want to show you guys these events and point out again, you guys, please, if you can, if you're low level, hoard as many soul crystals or mount training whips that you can get. Now, it is better. It is better to hoard them, as you have to worry about anything. Uh, you might want to choose the soul engraving level that you want to stop at before hoarding any soul crystals. I would say at least level 15 would be the minimum if you're low level. Get it to level 15 and leave it at that. Once you get many enough, you will be able to increase it to like by 10 levels. At that level, you will be able to increase it every 10 levels by event, and you will get more rewards. And I know it will take time, but it's better to do it this way, as you will increase your battle rating at a pretty fast rate, especially if you stop at that level and if you hold level. So it will be difficult if you're a high level. When you start hoarding now, they start late, and right now I am missing a lot of stuff, and my battle rating is a bit low. As you can see, I did not break 80. I did, however, get my defense is a bit higher. My whoa, oh man, my throat. Anyways, my defense is pretty low, so I need to increase that. I am waiting for the next gem event to be able to increase it. As you can see, I am hoarding these. Now for gem event, I do suggest that you actually put everything into one single gem and not do as many gems as you can. Basically, what I'm trying to say, don't do an HP gem and any kind of defensive gem. If you're doing a magic defense or physical defense, you're trying to do 3 gems at the same time. It will take longer, and your stats will not be increased as quicker. And it's better just to do it that way, so you save enough space and you keep everything together. For example, right now I do have this spread out, but I will put everything into my magical defense, so this might increase to probably up to 30, and I'll go keep increasing it. So I'll try and get that as high as I possibly can, so that I can increase my defense. After my defense increases, I will switch it out to probably doing HP gems, as I'm going for my legendary set, and I will add HP and so on. As you can see, I do have a few level 5s, level 5 gems. I do want to change it to level 6, which all my attack and physical defense already are. I do have a few level 6 magic defense, but I need to get that a bit higher to get more of a boost. And I will also need to do my intelligence as well. Now for knights, an empty battle rating would probably be intelligence, as that gives you magical attack, and knights do not need any magical attack, so people usually refer it to as empty battle rating. But intelligence and intellect gives you a total of magical attack, 4 points into magical attack per every single point, and 1 point of magical defense for every single point. So this would be a total of 280, 390 total magical defense increase. So want to get that as high as possible, increase my magical defense and my ability to hold my own against mages, as archers aren't aren't gonna be too much of a pain as especially if your physical defense is higher. Archers won't be much of a pain. So just if you're a knight, try and get as much defense as you can in your physical and magical defense. It's in the long run, it will be better, especially if you're doing battlegrounds or any guild wars or guild battles, as you want to call them. It will be better, and it might make things go a bit faster. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna stop it at this point, and well, I'm not gonna beg, but if you like the video, give it a like. If you have a question, comment, and if you want to see more videos, I will put up a few more. Subscribe. Now, all these help me out a lot, and I do want to bring more stuff for you guys to see. I will point out one thing. I will try and make a night class, especially with what's going on right now. I am thinking of change my night class into a better suited night toward this new patch. And I did think about a few ways to do it, but I really want to check out my astrals first and my gems as well as my refinements. I will put it out when I have it, so that you guys can see it and judge it. If you guys want to change to this set, you guys can, and I will give you directions how to do it. But I'm not going to do that for knights. I will do that for mages and for archers. Archers definitely need a bit of a change as well. The freeze isn't going to be any kind of use, but that does not mean that the high damaging archer will not be useful in any kind of dungeon or the lakes. Anyways, guys, I did rant a bit, so I'm just gonna end it here. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you.